Now, Satoshi just tweeted this out stating that he just wanted to take a moment to thank everyone who came to the AMA. The next time we do an AMA, we will use Reddit. This will give us more structure for questions and upvotes so we can process answers in a better fashion. So obviously there was a lot of heartache yesterday, a lot of complaints, a lot of people upset with the way they handled the entire AMA, not just without showing their faces or without actually speaking, but with the questions. Hundreds and thousands of questions quickly came in, and it seems as though they didn't have time to process them all and go through them and actually pick the best questions and select the winners. So a lot of people are left kind of feeling a little hurt, and I completely understand, especially if you had a great question. However, the main point to consider here, guys, is that Satoshi has stated that he noticed that there was an issue, right? He's stating right here the next one will be held on Reddit. So at least they're acknowledging what went on and how they can improve going forward. Because as a community, that's all we need to do, right? We need to just keep progressing, keep improving, and keep pushing forward. Now, the entire crypto market is taking a bit of a beating today. As you can see, down over 5%, 5.8%. Market cap, it's still within reason at that 1.4 trillion. But if we look at all the assets down below, you can see Bitcoin down almost 6%, Ethereum almost 5%, Dogecoin as well almost 10%. Everybody is in the red. So far, no green. So obviously, it makes sense when we see SHIB right here at 10% in the red. But however, if we look at the 7-day, we're still up over 22%. That is still a fantastic gain. And just as a reminder, we still have this WEBULL promotion that is going on. I recommend you sign up. Once you sign up and deposit $100 into your account, you will get 2 free stocks guaranteed, and they could be worth up to $2,300. So if you haven't already signed up for WEBULL, they're a great platform. You can download the app, you can create an account. Then if you like it, you gotta put in that $100 and get those free stocks, because you can just sell them and keep the money. And in addition, it's a great app if you stock trade or if you just like certain cryptos. It has Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, Litecoin, just to name a few. Hopefully, Shiba Inu will be listed very shortly. Shiba Inu currently trading at 839. Now, we weren't successful in knocking out one of those zeros yesterday prior to the AMA. However, we have come down quite a bit since the AMA. As you see, down almost 10% on the day. Volume coming down quite heavy by almost 30%, 26.49%, being in the 744 million. Market cap in line with the price, still within that 3.3 billion range. Now, a lot of us were definitely hoping that we would drop a zero, but as you can see, here's the 24-hour chart, starting right here about the same clock, which is about 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. A lot of preparation, a lot of consolidation, heading in toward the AMA, still within the 9s, but slowly going on the decline as people start to prepare for this, and then nothing but a little downtrend. Now, we do understand that the rest of the market is in a downtrend, so we are going to follow that way. However, with Shiba Swap on the way at any day, we could see us gradually getting right back into the 9s, and with enough interest, and I think enough interest is out there, we will drop a zero. However, looking back at the 7-day, as we're up about 22%, you can see it's very positive, starting way down here and consistently just going on a nice uptrend. Up until about yesterday, as we spoke about, as we start to come down because of the hype from the AMA. And this is very typical. We see this with tons of catalysts. There's a big price movement upwards towards the catalyst, which was the AMA, oftentimes a little pump. And then once it's over and nothing substantial comes out of the AMA, no world breaking news, Shiba Swap wasn't released, CertiK did not announce the passing of the security audit, so then we start to decline a little. And this is always what happens with these types of catalysts. In my opinion, the AMA wasn't a disaster. I don't think it was a very negative experience, but it was more neutral, right? If you take apart the whole it being boring with no voicing, no speaking, that was the biggest part for me. I think if they were speaking, it would have been a lot more engaging. I think if there was more speaking, people would have thought of it as being more positive, and people would have generally thought it was a much better presentation than it actually was. So as we mentioned earlier, we're going to hope for the best for the next future AMA, which will be on Reddit. Now, do I think it's going to be more interesting, more entertaining, more engaging? Well, looking at this tweet here, somebody asked, so this Mr. Mo stated, would you ever voice your next AMA? Tweeting at 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗙𝗏 responded by saying, no, my voice is too recognizable. So this is a little strange. Is he somebody famous? A lot of people are speculating, is he Elon Musk? Is he 𝗙𝗏𝗡𝗘𝗏? Who is he? Why is his voice so recognizable? Or does he just have a very, very unique voice? But in which case, why does it actually matter? However, these guys, Shytoshi could just be playing a joke on us and just being funny, and we'll have to wait and see for the next AMA. Now, if you've been watching 𝗙𝗏𝗢, you would have seen that it took a huge downward spiral. As you can see, yesterday and the day before, we hit those highs of 4,500, and yesterday was about 4,400, which was phenomenal. However, today, giving it all back, down almost 29% in the last 24 hours, coming in at $3,000. It was in the 2,900 range just a few moments ago, and it just refreshed. So as you can see, volume is down quite a bit by 23.29%, 36 million in trades, market cap at about 317 million. So not too much to talk about here. I really think there was a huge run up because of the AMA and people got FOMO. There was tweets going out from Shytoshi and SHIB token on his Twitter stating that now people are starting to recognize 𝗙𝗏𝗢, and we saw that huge upward trend, which in my opinion, I knew it wouldn't last. I knew this was just a pump for the AMA, and once the AMA was over, we were going to see that on the decline. And with the market the way it is right now, we can see 𝗙𝗏𝗢 probably coming down a lot more because it did a substantial increase over the last 7 days. If we take a look at the last 7-day chart here, we're going to be able to look at that and state, look, last Wednesday was just at $2,000, right? And then when we went to 4,400, that was over double. So what a huge gain in just a few days. And if we actually go back a little forward, but actually back a couple days to Saturday, Sunday, you're going to see we're in this $1,800 range, $1,700 range, right? That's almost less than half, almost 3 times hitting that $4,500 high. So it was just a matter of time before it did a little correction, and this is fine. Even going back on the 3-month chart, we can stay right here, early May, just before we had the big pump in Shiba Inu price, as well as 𝗙𝗏𝗢. You can see it's $600, $640, and it skyrocketed. This was crazy. How does it go up to over $8,000? That's how huge the pump was. So you can imagine there's a lot of people holding the bag here at $8,000. Somebody, multiple people bought in this high, and then it immediately came crashing down, and it was sitting in that $1,700, $1,600, $2,000 level all around here. So there's still a lot of room for growth. As we've seen $8,000 before, we could see it again. Now, I'm constantly being asked about price prediction. Price prediction is very hard to determine with these kind of cryptos because there's so much changing, there's so much hype, there's a lot of noise, a lot of meme culture. However, being with those 5 zeros, we've already dropped 1 zero multiple times. We've gone to that 4-0 range a few times over the last month plus, since early May, since the huge pump in SHIB. Now, I do believe we can drop, most likely I'm looking at dropping 2 zeros by the end of 2021. So one, we are so close. Even yesterday, we hit a high of 9.5, right? We were just so close from dropping that zero. However, we couldn't quite do it. I think quite possibly if the AMA was a little better structured, there were voices, and definitely with faces, if we saw the face of Shytoshi, Eric, we probably would have dropped a zero guaranteed. Since we've been there, I know we're going to do it again. As for that 4th zero, I see it happening a little bit in the future once Shiba swap is underway and the buzz starts getting around with all the staking and bearing and bone. We are going to see a huge price momentum, price increase. So as I've stated, I believe we're going to get down to 3 zeros by the end of 2021. I want to end the video on that note, guys, so thank you so much for watching. One thing I do recommend is go check out and read the Wolf Paper 2.0 if you haven't already. You may want to go through it a few times just so you can completely absorb it. I've been meaning to make a video on the WOOF paper to go through it. I'll try to get it done over the next few days, as with Independence Day and the long weekend ahead, definitely will give me some extra time to get some work done. So I'll look into that. Please consider subscribing, turning on those post notifications so you don't miss anything. Drop a like on the video, as it really helps out the channel and the video get out to others. Please consider signing up for WEBULL. Like I said, if you sign up and put in $100, you're guaranteed to get free money. You may not get the $2,300 worth of stocks, but you could get $100, you can get $500, you can get $1,500, and that is just free money for all of us. And what better time to get free money than right now, especially during the summer when we can go out and enjoy yourselves. All right, guys, thank you so much again. I will catch you all in the next Shiba Inu video.